Hello everyone. Today we will solve questions from the exercise 1.3. Question number 1 is write the following in decimal form and say what kind of decimal expansion each has. 6 questions are given. In each question, we have to write it in the form of decimal expansion and also what kind of decimal expansion each has, means is it terminating, non-terminating, repeating, or non-terminating, non-repeating. Okay. So out of these 6, first I will solve the second one. The first one is very simple. Okay, you can solve it on your own, because directly if you divide you will get 0.36. So 0.36 is the decimal expansion form of this number, and since the decimal expansion is terminating, so we will write the decimal expansion is terminating. Okay, that's it. The second one is, I will solve the second part of this question, 1 divided by 11. So here we will divide this 1 by 11. Since 1 is less than 11, so we'll put decimal, and before decimal we'll write 0. So because of this decimal we'll get 1 0 here. Now we have 10, but again the 10 is less than 11. So we'll put a 0 here and we'll get 100. Okay, now we'll divide this 100 by 11. So it is, if we take 9 times, say 9 times 11 is 99, and we'll get 1 as remainder. Now again this 1 is less than 11. So we'll put 1 0 here. Okay, and we'll get 0 here. All right, 2 0. Because of this decimal we'll get 1 0 here, and then still this 10 is less than 11, so we'll get one more 0. So now we have 100. So again 9 times 99. So if you observe, you will find that after each step we'll get 1 as remainder, and the process goes on endlessly. So the decimal expansion of this number 1 by 11 is 0.0909. If you observe, you will find that number 09 is repeating. Okay, so we can also write it as 0.09 bar over this digit 09, because 0 and 9 both are repeating. So the decimal expansion of this number is 0.0909 dot dot dot, and it is non-terminating but repeating. So we will simply write the decimal expansion of this number is non-terminating and repeating. Okay, so in each question what we have to do, we have to divide and we have to write whether the decimal expansion is terminating or non-terminating repeating, or non-terminating non-repeating. Okay, similarly you solve this one, you try the other questions. Now see the second question of this exercise. Question is, you know that 1 by 7 is 0.142857. It is given. Okay, can you predict what the decimal expansion of 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7, 6 by 7 are without doing the long division? Okay, without doing the long division, what we can say about the decimal expansion of this number 2 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7, 5 by 7 and 6 by 7, and we are given that the decimal expansion of the number 1 by 7 is 0.142857. Okay, so first in the solution we will write what is given. Here we are given that 1 by 7 is 0.142857. Now we have to find the decimal expansion of 2 by 7 without actually doing the long division. Okay, so how we can find? So This 2 by 7 can also be written as 2 multiplied by 1 by 7. Okay, 2 multiplied by 1 by 7. And here this digit 0.142857 is repeating, so there is a bar over it. Okay, means after division, when we divide this 1 by 7, we'll get 0.142857, 142857, 142857, and so on. Okay, so it is non-terminating and repeating. This block is repeating. Okay, so I'll put bar here too. Yeah. So this 2 by 7 can also be written as 2 multiplied by 1 by 7, and it is given that this 1 by 7 is nothing but 0.142857. So in order to convert, or in order to write this 2 by 7 in the decimal expansion form, what we can do, if we simply multiply this 2 and this value, the value of 1 by 7 which is already given, we will get the answer. Okay, so we will simply multiply this number by 2. And since this number is repeating, so whatever the result, that will also repeat. So what we will do, we will simply multiply by 2 here with this number. So 2 sevens are 14, 1 carry. 2 fives are 10 plus 1, 11, 1 carry. 8 twos are 16 plus 1, 17, 1 carry. 2 twos are 4 plus 1, 5. 4 twos are 8 and 1 twos are 2, and here 0. So without actually doing the long division, we can find, or we can write 2 by 7 in the decimal expansion if the value 1 by 7 is given. So this is the decimal expansion of 2 by 7. Similarly, we will find for 3 by 7, because 3 by 7 can also be written as 3 multiplied by 1 by 7, and we are given the value of 1 by 7. So we will simply multiply the number which is given here by 3, and we will get our answer. The bar is up to here, okay, up to here only. So when you multiply, let us multiply. So 7 threes are 21, 2 carry. 5 threes are 15 plus 2, 17, 1 carry. 8 threes are 24 plus 1, 25, 2 carry. 3 twos are 6 plus 2, 8. 4 threes are 12, 1 carry. 1 threes are 3 and 1 4 and 0. So we'll get 0.428571 bar. Okay, similarly we will find for 4 by 7, which is, I'll just write the answers. Okay, you please do it on your own and check whether it's correct or not. 5 by 7 is 0.714285 bar, and 6 by 7 0.857142. Now see, this is our next question, question number 3. Question is, express the following in the form of P by Q, where Q is not 0 and P and Q are integers. 3 numbers are given and we have to express each number in the form of P by Q. So out of these 3, I will solve the third one first, and I'll also explain first and second later. So here whatever number is given, let the number be x. So we'll write let x equals to 0.001 bar. The bar is over these 3 digits, 001. It means the number is 0.001, 001, 001 and so on. Okay. So we'll assume let the number be x. Now here the repetition of 3 digits. 3 digits are repeating, so we'll multiply both sides by 1000. In first 2 questions, here 0.6 bar, the repetition of 1 digit, so we'll multiply by 10. Okay, here the repetition of 1 digit, the bar is over this 7 only, so 1 digit is repeating, so we'll multiply by 10. If 2 digits are repeating, then we'll multiply by 100. 3 digits, then 1000. 4 digits, then 10,000 and so on. Okay, so here 3 digits are repeating, so we'll multiply both sides by This can also be written as 0.001001 and so on. Okay, so when you multiply both sides by 1000, you'll get 1000x is equals to, here the decimal will shift up to 3 places. Okay, because we are multiplying by 1000. So right now the decimal is here. So when we multiply by 1000, this decimal will come here up to 3 places, 1 2 3. So we'll get 001.001 dot dot dot, and generally we don't write 0 here, so we can also write this number as 1.001 dot dot dot. Okay, so let this be first equation and this be equation number 2. Now what we will do, we will subtract equation 1 from 2. So equation 2 minus equation 1. So when you subtract, you will get 1000 x minus x is equals to 1.001 dot 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 minus 0.001 dot dot dot. As I said earlier in previous video, that after decimal you write equal number of digits so that it will be easy to subtract or add. Okay, so here we have 3 digits after this decimal. Here also I have taken 3 digits after the decimal. Now we will subtract. So when you subtract, you will get 999x, and when you subtract here 1.001 dot 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 and 0.001 dot dot dot, so after this decimal you'll get 0 0 0, and here 1 minus 0 is 1. So in RHS we'll get only 1.00, simply 1. So now x equals to 1 by 999. So the decimal expansion of this number 0.001 bar is 1 by 999. So this is the answer. Similarly, we can express this 0.6 bar and 0.47 bar. Okay, one digit is repeating, so we'll multiply both sides by the 10, and then the remaining steps are same. Okay, we'll multiply by 10 and then we'll subtract. Here also one digit is repeating, so we'll simply multiply by 10. Okay, now see the next question. The next question is express 0.99999 and it goes on in the form of P by Q. And are you surprised by your answer? So first we will convert this, we'll express this 0.999 in the form of P by Q. Okay, then we'll see the second part of this question. So as we have done in the previous question, whatever the number is given, let it be x. So let x equals to 0.999 dot dot dot, let it be equation number 1. Here one digit is repeating. Okay, so we'll multiply by 10 to the both sides of the equation. So when you multiply by 10, you will get 10x, and here you will get 9.99 dot dot dot. Okay, so let it be equation number 2. So now we will subtract first from second. So 10x minus x equals to 9.99 dot 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 minus 0.99 dot 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 dot. As I said, we'll write equal number of digits after the decimal so that the subtraction we can easily subtract. So after decimal 2 digits. So when you subtract, you will get 9x here in the LHS, and here 9.99 dot 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 minus 0.99 dot dot dot. So when you subtract, you will get 9.00 dot dot dot, means simply you will get 9. So 9. So x equals to 9 by 9. So x equals to 1. See, when you convert, when you express this 0.999 dot dot dot, you will get 1. In the previous question, if you again divide, you will get this number. Okay, this number in the form of P by Q is 1 by 999, and when you again divide, you will get 0.001 bar. Okay, but here when you express this number in the form of P by Q, see, we got 1. Okay, So this is the second part of the question. Are you surprised by your answer? Because again we cannot convert. If you convert means we are only getting 1. Okay. So the difference between this one, so the question is, are you surprised by your answer? With your teacher and classmates, discuss why the answer makes sense. So what we will write here, we'll see the difference. The difference between, we will simply write the difference between 1 and the 0.999, and it goes on, is very small. Okay, it's negligible, right? Is, we can write, is negligible. Okay, hence we can conclude that 0.999 dot 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 is too much near to this number 1. Therefore 1 as the answer can be justified. Okay, understood? It means our answer is correct. This p by q form of 0.99 dot 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 it is 1, and this is correct because the difference between 1 and this number is negligible. Okay, we can easily neglect, it's negligible. Okay, so this is correct answer. Now see the next question. The question is, what can the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits in the decimal expansion of 1 by 17? Perform the division to check your answer. The question is, when you divide this 1 by 17, okay, after division, how many digits will repeat? Okay, this block, maximum number of digits be in the repeating block, we have to find, means how many digits will repeat. Okay, so let us divide. So we have to divide this 1 by 17, and we know that 1 is less than 17, so we'll put decimal here, and before decimal we'll put 0. So because of this decimal we'll get 1 0 here. Still the number is less than 17, so we'll get 1 0 here and 1 0 here. So now we have 100. So now we can easily divide this 100 by 17. So 17 5s are 85. 17 5s are 85. When you subtract, you will get 15 as remainder. Okay, now again this 15 is less than 17, so because of this decimal we'll get 1 0 here. Now 150, so 17 adds are 136, remainder is 4. Okay, now again remainder is 14. Now again 14 is less than 17, so we'll get 1 0 here, 140. So again 8 times 136. So it is 4. Okay, now we will get 1 0 here because of the decimal, and then 17 2s are 34, then 6 is the remainder, then 60, and then 17 3s are 51, remainder is 9, 90, then 17 5s are 85, remainder is 5, then we'll get 0, then 17 2s are 34. Now the remainder is 16, remainder is 16, and we'll get 1 0 because 16 is less than 17. Now 17 9s are 153, 7 is the remainder, so 70, then 17 4s are 68, 2 remainder, then we'll get 20, then 17 ones are 17, 3 remainder, 13, 7 twos are 34, so again we'll divide 1 times, 17 ones are 17, okay, so remainder will be 13, we'll get 1 0, 17 sevens are 119, 17 sevens are 119, it's too long, okay. Now 11 is the remainder, then we'll get 110. Now 17 6 are 102, 17 6 are 102, so remainder is 80, okay, means remainder is 8 and we'll get 1 0. The next is 17. Now we have 80 divided by 17, so how many times we can divide 4 times, okay, 17 4s are 68. Now the remainder is 120 and 17. Now we have 120, so 17 sevens are 119, 119. So now we have remainder 1. See, in the beginning we had 100. Now we again got 100, means after this the digits after decimal will repeat, okay. So means after this when you divide again 5 times and then 8 times and 8 times and so on. So now the question is, what can the maximum number of digits be in the repeating block of digits? Means we have to find the total number of digits which are repeating. So let us count now. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Okay, so this 1 by 17 can also be written as 0.0588235294117647, and then we will put a bar. So this block is repeating and there are 16 digits. So we'll write there are 16 digits in the repeating block of the decimal expansion of 1 by 17. Okay, so there are 16 digits. It's too long, very long calculation, but still we have done. Let us see the next question. Question number 6. Look at the several examples of rational number in the form of p by q, where q is not 0 and p and q are integer, with no common factor other than 1 and having terminating decimal expansions. Can you guess what property q must satisfy? It means there are so many examples of rational numbers which can be expressed in the form of p by q, okay, and with no common factor other than 1, means if I say this 1 by 2, it is in the form of p by q, and there is no common factor other than 1 between this p and q. 1 and 2, the only common factor is 1 only, okay. So this is the meaning of this line, no common factor other than 1, means if we take this example 1 by 2, then there is no common factor other than 1 between this 1 and 2, and having terminating decimal expansion. This number is in the form of p by q, and there is no common factor other than 1, and also the decimal expansion is terminating, means when you divide you'll get 0.5, so it is terminating. Okay, so this type of examples we have to take and we have to observe. Okay, we have to observe this q. So first we will take 2 3 examples, like 1 by 2 is one of the examples, 7 by 8. See, it is in the form of p by q and there is no common factor other than 1 between this 7 and 8. And the decimal expansion is 0.875 and it is terminating. Okay, the decimal expansion is terminating. And also we can take this 4 by 5 because again it is in the form of p by q and there is no common factor other than 1 and it is also terminating. When you divide you will get 0.8. So we have to observe this q. It is in the form of p by q. We have to observe this q and what property this q must satisfy. Okay, so let us observe this q. So here this q is, this q means this 2 can be written as 2 raised to the power 1. This 8 can be written as 2 raised to the power 3. And this 5 can be written as 5 raised to the power 1. You can take other examples also. Okay, you can also take, there are so many examples, but the number should be in the form of p by q and there is no common factor other than 1 and the decimal expansion should be terminating. Okay, select number whose decimal expansion is terminating and the number is in the form of p by q and no common factor other than 1. So you have to select these type of numbers. So when you observe the denominator, so the denominator is always, okay, in the form is always a factor of 2 or 5. So we can observe that the terminating decimal may be obtained in the situation where prime factorization of the denominator has the power of only 2 or 5 or both. Or in the simple way, in the simple word, we can say if a number has terminating decimal expansion, terminating. So if the decimal expansion of a number is terminating, it means this q, okay, this q is in the form of power of 2 or power of 5 or both. Okay, 2 raised to the power m and 5 raised to the power n. Okay, it means the denominator is in the form of 2 raised to the power m, 5 raised to the power n. Okay, or if the denominator of a number is in this form, it means the decimal expansion of that number is terminating. Understood? I'll take one more example. Let us take our first question, okay, where we have to write the number in the form of their decimal expansion. I'm taking this example 36 by 100, or this can also be written as 9 by 25. Okay, if you take this number 9 by 25. Now see, the number is in the form of p by q and the number is terminating. This, the decimal expansion is 0.36. Okay, and see the denominator. The denominator is in the form of power of 5. This 25 can be written as 5 square. Okay, so if a number is terminating, if the decimal expansion of a number is terminating, it means this q is either the power of 2 or power of 5 or both. Okay, let us take one more example. I'm taking this 329 by 400. Okay, without doing decimal, without doing this long division method, without doing division, we can say whether the number is terminating or not. How? So what we will do, we will find the factors of this q, denominator. So factors of denominator we will find, okay, this You already know how to find. This is nothing but prime factorization method. So when you observe this 400, okay, this 400 can be written as 2 raised to the power 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 raised to the power 4 and 5 raised to the power 2. See, the denominator is in the form of 2 raised to the power m and 5 raised to the power n. M and n are number. Here m is 4 and n is 2. So if the decimal expansion of any number is in this form, it means the number has terminating decimal expansion. Okay, this is the in the simplest way we can say that if the denominator is in the form of 2 raised to the power and 5 raised to the power, then the decimal expansion of that number is terminating. So in this question, without even doing this long division method, we can say whether the decimal expansion is terminating or non-terminating. Okay. Next question is, write 3 numbers whose decimal expansions are non-terminating and non-recurring or repeating. You have to write 3 numbers. You have to give 3 examples whose decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-recurring or non-repeating. So we know that all the irrational numbers are non-terminating and non-recurring. So we can give so many examples. There are so many numbers. Okay, so the first irrational number, let it be root 2. Okay, root 3. We can also take root 26. They all are irrational number, and we know that all irrational number are non-terminating and non-repeating. So these are the 3 examples. Now this is our next question. Question is, find 3 different irrational numbers between the rational numbers. Between these 2 rational numbers, we have to find irrational numbers. So before we find the irrational number between these 2 rational numbers, we'll write the numbers in their decimal expansion form. So this 5 by 7, first we will write it in the decimal expansion form, which is 0.714285 bar, means this block is repeating, and this 9 by 11 is 0.81 bar. Okay, now we have to find 3 different irrational numbers, and we know that there are infinitely many irrational numbers between any 2 rational numbers. We can find infinitely many irrational numbers. I just want to give you one example. For example, if I take this number 0.1 and 0.2, okay, 0.1 and 0.2, we have to find numbers between these 2. So how will you find? It seems there is no number between 0.1 and 0.2, but there are again infinitely many numbers. Okay, like 0.11, okay, 0.123, okay, 0.1, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Okay, so there are infinitely many numbers between these 2, 0.1 and 0.2. Okay. So similarly, we will find numbers between these 2. Numbers between 0.714285 bar and 0.81 bar. Okay. So let us start. So let the first number be, we'll start from here, means after this 7 we can change the digit 0.7 and then we can change the digit. Okay. So we can write 0 and 0, and the number should be irrational. Okay, means non-repeating, non-terminating. Okay, so 0.730730073000 dot dot dot, it is non-terminating and non-repeating. Okay, second example, let us take the number 0. After 7 we can change the digit 0.7, and we can take 5075007500 and dot dot dot, like this. Third number we can take 0.760, 600, 6000, and so on. Okay, so these are the three numbers. So you can find n numbers, okay, infinitely many numbers between these two irrational number. Okay, so now between these two rational number there are infinitely irrational numbers. Okay, now the last question of the exercise. The question is, classify following number as rational or irrational according to their type. Okay, so we have to identify whether the number is rational or irrational. So there are two ways to identify. The first one is, if the number is in the form of p by q, then it is rational, otherwise irrational. Okay, the first one is, if the number is in the form of p by q, then the number is rational, and if it is not in the form of p by q, then it is not rational. Okay, it is irrational. First way. Second, if the decimal expansion is terminating or non-terminating but repeating, in both the cases the number is rational. Okay, so let us see. So first question is root 23. We can also further simplify, or if you find the value of root 3, you will get non-terminating, non-repeating. Okay, or from here only we can say this number is irrational. Okay, second one is root 225. Here this root 23, this 23 is in the simplest form. We cannot further find the factors of 23. Okay, but here this 225 we can simplify, we can write it in the simplest form, and we know that this 225 is the square of 15. Okay, this is the square of 15. Matlab this 225 can be written as 15 multiplied by 15, and this pair will come out of this square root, or simply the square root of 225 is 15. Okay, now there is no root, this is 15, and we know that 15 can also be written as 15 by 1. Okay, now the number is in the form of p by q, it means the given number is rational. Okay, third question, 0.3796. As I said, there are two ways to identify. If the number is in the form of p by q, then it is rational, and if the decimal expansion is terminating, so here the decimal expansion is terminating, so we can write this number is terminating, that is why it is rational. Okay, if the decimal expansion is terminating, it means the number is a rational number. Fourth, 7.478478. Again here this number, it is bar, correct it, it's bar. 7.478478 and bar over here, so we have bar here. So see, the decimal expansion of this number is non-terminating and repeating. So if it is non-terminating and repeating, then again it is rational. Okay, and the last question, fifth one, which is 1.10, 100, 100, 1 4 times 0, 1 dot 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 dot. So when you observe, you will find that the decimal expansion of this number is non-terminating dot dot dot. It means non-terminating and also non-repeating. The number is non-repeating. Okay, here we have 10, but 100, it is not repeating. It seems like a number is repeating, but actually it is not repeating. Here we have 10, then 100, then 100, so it is not repeating. Okay, Non-terminating and non-repeating, it means it is irrational. Okay. So in this chapter, we have learned that how to identify rational and irrational number. So rational and irrational. If the number is in the form of p by q, then it is rational, and if the number is not in the form of p by q, then it is irrational. First way. Second, if the decimal expansion, if the decimal expansion is terminating, means stop हो जाए, okay, terminating, either terminating or non terminating but repeating, so non terminating and repeating, then the number is also irrational number, and herein the number is rational number, and in irrational, non terminating and non repeating. Okay, non terminating and non repeating, then the number is irrational. Okay, and if the denominator denominator of a number is of the form 2 raised to the power m, 5 raised to the 2 raised to the power m, 5 raised to the power n, then it is rational. Okay,